That's all I got so far. This next guy is the Vice President of Marketing at BitPay, which is actually not as important as the fact that his son is here with him, but I don't think he's coming up on stage. But I got to meet and hang out with his son last night, and he was just a joy and a pleasure. A great kid. I imagine he's probably still in bed based on when we left things last night, the way we were hanging out with Alan and whatnot. But Merrick Theobald is the Vice President of Marketing at BitPay. BitPay builds powerful enterprise-grade tools for crypto acceptance, payouts, and spending. Prior to BitPay, Merrick held marketing leadership roles in Bilmo, iSend, and check-free Fiserv. He resides in North Atlanta. Founded in 2011, BitPay is one of the oldest cryptocurrency companies. As a pioneer in blockchain payment processing, the company's mission is to transform how business and people send, receive, and store money. Its business solutions eliminate fraud chargebacks, reduce the cost of payment processing, enable borderless payments in cryptocurrency, among other services. The company has offices in North America, Europe, and South America, and has raised more than $70 million in funding from leading investment firms, including Founders Fund, Index Ventures, Virgin Group, Aquiline Technology Group. For more information, visit bitpay.com. And more importantly, it's like the PayPal for crypto. Unless you're under 35, it's like the Venmo for crypto, right? That's how it works. Are you ready? Merrick. Let's give it up for Merrick, everybody. Also, before we start with Merrick, I want to let everybody know, these speakers, if I speak when I'm walking up here, like, give it up for Miranda Ma, like it seemed like I should, it'll feedback in that speaker, and I'm sparing you all that. So I have to kind of clear that speaker before I can say, give it up for so-and-so. So y'all could help me out by clapping longer for the people when they finish. I realize that's like a lot of calories to burn to do that instead of that, how you did yesterday. Just so if y'all could help me out with that. Anyway, I wasn't making fun of your son. Your son is awesome.
Hello? Okay. Yeah, we're ahead of schedule. My son's not here right now. He's right. Marty's right. He was in bed, but he's coming. So I'm going to have some fun, and we're going to do some games. So, because I really want my son here to see me speak, hear me speak. So yes, I am with BitPay. We are one of the largest crypto payment processors in the world. So we work with companies that, believe it or not, there are companies, businesses that do not want to hold on to crypto. They just want fiat, US dollar. So we work with companies, big companies like Ferrari North America, AMC movie theaters, Dallas Mavericks, and they accept crypto and they get settled in US dollar. So that's the biggest benefit that BitPay provides, and we do it next business day. So that being said, first question is, does anybody know what year we were founded, BitPay? You knew the answer. Yes, 2011. Oh, okay, yeah, see? Well, Marty, you get a phone wallet, Litecoin phone wallet for you. Okay, we'll give it to someone else. So when we first started, we only started with Bitcoin for obvious reasons. It really was the one right there. Over the years, we've added new coins. Litecoin Foundation might say it took us a bit to actually accept and support Litecoin, but now it is our favorite coin. So next question is, what year did BitPay start accepting and supporting Litecoin? Close? Lower than 23? Lower? Okay, we have 21. So see me afterwards. I see a couple over there. So yes, in the summer of 21, we first started to accept Litecoin, and it has been a blessing ever since. And my presentation will cover that. Again, they were asking us for many years to do it. We finally did it in 21. So happy about that. Does anybody know what BitPay's most transacted cryptocurrency is? There you go. Everybody can have one if I have any left. Yes, so it took a little bit of time, but Litecoin is our most transacted cryptocurrency by the number of transactions, not by revenue. So Bitcoin is still very large in that aspect, but it is our #1 cryptocurrency. And you can always go to bitpay.com/stats, and you can see we update them monthly. So I'm going to share some stats with you. How many were in Nashville last year? Okay, thank you for coming back. Let's move forward. So we just said that Litecoin is the cryptocurrency most commonly used for transactions. I don't know if it's big enough for you, but you can see April's stats there. What's impressive here is we're continually adding new cryptocurrencies. So even though we've added some since Nashville, Litecoin is still our most popular cryptocurrency, and you can see the different ratings there. We even got the stable coins, Polygon. So not all of our cryptocurrencies are listed, but the top 8 or 10, whatever we have there. And you can see historically how it's been. So it's a dogfight right now. We'll wait for what May shows us with Bitcoin, but Litecoin is still ahead of Bitcoin for April, and we expect the same for May, but those stats will come out soon. This is another way to look at it. You can see the growth of Litecoin acceptance through the years, starting with the first quarter of 2022. You can see back in 24, first quarter, it really went up to 40% or above 40% for the first time. It did come back down a little bit, but now it is on its way back up. So that's a good thing. That doesn't mean it wasn't our #1 cryptocurrency. When it was going down, it just means the market probably was also going down at that time and people weren't spending their cryptocurrency. So, presented in Nashville, these are our top Litecoin acceptance countries. United States, you would expect, Canada, Netherlands, United Kingdom, and Poland. Just want to show you the difference between last year and this year. There's a slight difference. So you now see Canada dropped, United Kingdom moved up, Germany moved in as well. So for the last 12 months, these are our top Litecoin countries. Any surprises with these countries? Any surprises that there is not a country in the top 5 that you thought might be in the top 5? Australia? They're not in the top 5, but they're there. Yeah, they're down under. That's right. That's a good one. You get a wallet holder for that one, too. So, top industries. So, computer games, internet, VPN hosting, information technology, IT, and prepaid cards or gift cards were the top 5 presented last year. This year, slight movement. We have VPN hosting #1, internet still there at #2, computer networking, and then look, computer games is now down at 5, but it's still in the top 5. Big jump for VPN and hosting. So we've seen a lot of VPN and hosting transactions this past year with Litecoin, and I'll share some other stats shortly with that. Top merchants, I can't give you specific names, but these are the categories of our top 5 merchants. VPN and hosting and computer games, these 2 merchants do a tremendous amount of Litecoin transactions. You'll see 3, and #5 is also VPN and hosting, cloud infrastructure. And I'll even add VPN hosting. We also do domain names, registrar stuff. So it could be more than VPN hosting. It could be domain names. But #1 and #2 top merchants are head and shoulders above everybody else. So we have some really good merchants out there that are using Litecoin or accepting Litecoin, and people are using Litecoin at those merchants. Top payments. Again, I can't share details. We don't actually have a lot of details, but I can tell you this is the approximate value of our top payments. So the biggest Litecoin payment that we handled last year was for a watch, and it was about $125,000. Maybe it's someone in this room. You can see 3 of the top 5 were all watches. There was a hosting. I'm curious to see what that one was about. So it could have been someone buying a 12-month subscription or something for hosting, but it was $50,000. And then another person bought $45,000. It's a gold and precious metals dealer, so it's probably bullion or coins or something like that. but those are our top 5 payments last year. So our average order value with Litecoin is a lot less than Bitcoin, as you might expect. But that doesn't mean that all transactions are small. There are large transactions, but it's not Bitcoin because it's not $100,000. So our average order value is much higher with Bitcoin, but you can still see people are using Litecoin for big transactions. So something you might not know, in addition to payments, we also do payouts. So we work with companies that want to send crypto to somebody, but they don't want to do it themselves. So they pay us in fiat or US dollar, and then we can send crypto to anyone in the world. So it could be Litecoin, it could be any coin that we support. And there's a lot of different reasons or use cases why you might do that. You might offer a reward or a rebate to a customer. You might pay an affiliate network. Maybe you're a US-based company, but you have affiliates all over the world. You can use us to pay them. And the great thing is they get to select what cryptocurrency. So a lot of them are selecting Litecoin, and that's what this shows right here. So our #1 payout coin is Litecoin, followed by Bitcoin, and then you can see some of the USDC down below. But that's impressive itself. So not only is Litecoin our #1 acceptance coin, it is our #1 payout coin, which is really cool. Same thing here. You can see how the Litecoin payout percentage has gone. Started, obviously, back in quarter 1 of 2022, and then now it's almost 50%. So I don't know if any of you are in here, maybe you don't even know if you're receiving Litecoin through us, because once you do it one time, it's just set it and forget it. It goes right to your Litecoin payment address or wallet address. But we're very proud of the payout aspect of the company and Litecoin too. So, want to talk about the use cases for using Litecoin. First is shopping, right? Shop online. That's why BitPay was created, to help merchants, primarily e-commerce merchants. So if you have Litecoin, you can shop online. You'll see our brand. We also have our own website, bitpay.com. If you go there, we have a directory, and you'll find merchants that accept Litecoin. Not all merchants accept crypto. We don't provide everybody in our directory. It's really a curated list, but at least it gives you an idea of who you can go shop with. And we have a few of our partners here. Another way is to pay bills. So through our website or our app, which is the BitPay Wallet app, you can use Litecoin to pay your bills. So credit card bills, home loans, bills like that, you can use your Litecoin for. So if you have Litecoin, and instead of cashing out at an exchange, waiting for the money to get back to your account to pay that bill, you can come to our website or download our app, and you can use your Litecoin to make a bill payment. So that's another use case. Gift cards. Not every merchant accepts cryptocurrency today. So another way to do that is to buy gift cards, and you can use your Litecoin to buy a gift card. If you can do, again, on our website or through our app. If you're in line at Home Depot and you want to use your Litecoin and you have our app already, you buy a Home Depot, they tell you how much, $450. You just put $450 in there and you can buy a gift card right in line within seconds for $450. So gift cards is a big way to spend your Litecoin. Book travel, we have a partner here, Vacation Genie. You can use your Litecoin to book travel. So that's kind of cool. So shop online, pay your bills, buy gift cards, and you can book travel. Get paid is the payout side. So if you work for a company or if you have a company, you want to offer payouts to your employees, you can do that. You just have an account with BitPay. It's very easy. We're not integrated with any payroll system because they're not ready yet. They're just like banks. They're not ready yet. But you send us US dollar and you just tell us how much in US dollar we should pay those individuals, and we send that payment out there, and then the exchange is done when the individual accepts the invite for that payment or payout. So again, you can get paid, and at BitPay we have the opportunity to get paid. You can offer it for affiliate payments, contractor payments, rewards, rebates, a bunch of good use cases for payouts. So ways to earn free Litecoin, again, getting back to payouts, there are ways that you can earn free Litecoin. Of course, we want you to buy Litecoin, and you can do that through Litecoin Foundation and various apps and websites, but there are also ways to earn free Litecoin. And I believe this is bigger than payments right now. Not everybody understands cryptocurrency, and they're afraid to buy cryptocurrency. But if you were given cryptocurrency, you might learn about it, right? And I think people want a choice of cryptocurrency over US dollar cash back. But some of the places, Coupon Cabin, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, you go there, you register with them, you shop through their website, and then every time you shop, they're gonna give you a % back in cryptocurrency, or they'll give you cash back, and then you choose cryptocurrency, and then you can get cryptocurrency back in your wallet. Lootably is very similar to that. Actually, Lootably, I believe, is more of an online place where you can submit surveys, watch videos. But it's another partner of ours where you can earn cryptocurrency, and they do a lot of volume for us on the payout side. Prize Rebel is similar to Lootably, where they offer surveys and watching videos and doing things like that, and you can earn free Litecoin. Simply Codes is of another shopping website where you can go. You use their website to shop, and then you earn cash back, which can be converted into cryptocurrency. And then a couple of our partners, and I don't want to get too much into them because we're going to be discussing them on a panel shortly, but Stack Mobile is here, a great way to earn Litecoin every month while you're using Stack Mobile. And then, as I mentioned, Vacation Genie. They're currently going to test with payments, but they would like to offer payouts or cashback and rewards with cryptocurrency. So if you're here and you're by the Vacation Genie booth, have a discussion and ask if that's something, or let them know if that's something that you're interested in. And maybe we can make that happen, right? So, that being said, that's my presentation. I'd like to open it up for questions if you have any questions about the presentation or about BitPay in general or about the different products and services that we offer. Any questions? No? Over here. So why are other processors like Coinbase and Crypto.com afraid to pay with? I'm not sure why they're afraid to do that or not. There's the only thing I can say. There's a lot of competition out there, but there's not a lot of competition out there. We're really the only company that does it like we do it. And the founders, we've, again, been in business since 2011, so we've been around a long time. It was right before Coinbase, you know. They are still looking to build a market, and the decisions that they're making are really about how do we get everybody in the world to buy cryptocurrency, but also to use cryptocurrency as a form of payment or payout now, right? So things that we do might not be what other companies do, but it's because we're trying to build a market. And we want customers to feel comfortable. When you buy something and through BitPay at a merchant, we shop 5 different exchanges. So at that moment, you're getting the best exchange rate that we can provide. Others, exchanges that offer the payment services, it's their exchange rate. You get it or you don't. But we try to provide the best exchange rate. Again, if the customer doesn't feel like they're getting the best exchange rate, they're not going to spend their cryptocurrency. So just some differences along those lines.
How many of your vendors keep, like what percentage of cryptocurrencies do they keep?
Most of the big enterprise companies don't keep any cryptocurrency, right? The smaller ones will. I can't give you the percentage now, but I just know it's the smaller ones. So they'll take probably, most of them will take like 90% in fiat because they need to pay bills, they need to pay employees, but they understand that the value that cryptocurrency can have in the future, so they'll keep 10%. And the other good thing is when you do that, someone might pay in Dogecoin, but the merchant or vendor wants Litecoin. So we'll immediately convert it to Litecoin for them. So they don't have to take Dogecoin or whatever the customer used for payment. So we'll convert it to Dogecoin, and then they can still get the US dollar if they want the US dollar.
If I understood you correctly, you guys have a pool of exchanges that you route things through.
Right.
Just get best rates.
Yes, so that's our co-founder, that's his primary position, job is to monitor the exchanges. Number one, it's better for the customer, but number two, we don't want to lose money either. So we're trying to unload it as fast as we can, but sometimes we can't, because if we do a $15 million transaction of Bitcoin in a day, we're not dumping $15 million on the market at one time. So we have to spread it out, and he knows the best days and the best times to sell Bitcoin. So we have to be careful about how much we receive a certain day or a certain week, because we can impact the price of cryptocurrency if we unload it too quickly, and that's not something we want to do. Funny story about that is we get paid, I told you we get paid, and in the beginning payday was Friday. And payday is still Friday if you're getting fiat. But you know, the price of Bitcoin was always up on Friday. And we're like, why are we getting paid in Bitcoin on Friday? We need to get paid in Bitcoin on Wednesday, you know, when it's down. So now we get paid in Bitcoin on Wednesday, but you get your US dollar on Friday still. So at least they listen to us, because we want the Bitcoin when the price is lower. And generally, Tuesday, Wednesday, it can be lower, but it goes up during the week. So
You guys get paid in crypto.
so this is the great thing. We have the opportunity. We don't have a 401k match, but what they do is they incent us to get paid in crypto. So everybody in the company gets paid up to that incentive at least. So they're getting the free crypto. Some people get 100%. We have developers all over the world. We have some in Argentina, so a lot of them get 100% in cryptocurrency, because the Argentinian peso is so volatile, even more than Bitcoin, that they'd rather have the Bitcoin. And when the price of Bitcoin or all cryptocurrencies go up, often they retire. And now we have to rehire developers. So it's a good thing that when the price goes up, but we're constantly hiring new developers, because in Argentina, that's a lot of money. You know, so they might have been getting paid when Bitcoin was 60,000, and now it's over 100,000, and they've held on to it. They can retire. They can get paid in Litecoin too. Absolutely. Quite. Well, we have. You're right. We do some, and the way that we work with businesses normally, and I can't really say the names. Actually, it's more internal stuff too. So we have large Fortune 500 companies that want to move money from one country to another country. For instance, a country in Africa, but they need it in Switzerland at the Swiss bank account. To do it traditional financial way takes days and costs a lot of money, but to do it using cryptocurrency takes minutes, hours maybe, and it's in their bank account. So we do a lot of that. So we're helping companies move money. They don't want to do it. Again, they don't want to touch the cryptocurrency. They just want their fiat in the bank account as fast as they can. But we are doing more B2B, and you can do it through our services. It's not as interesting to tell the story of a B2B as it is a B2C type play here. But we can do it. Question?
I had a question. I used to have a BitPay card, and when I loaded it, it sell and convert into fiat dollars.
Right.
On there. Is that still the same case, or is it held in Litecoin at the time of transaction?
So we used to have a prepaid debit card that you could, yes, once you move the money from your wallet to the card, it was US dollar. And the reason we did that, because in the United States, you're supposed to self-report every transaction if you made money on that transaction. So it's better to do one $500 transaction than if we kept it on crypto and every time you swipe that card, you'd have to report it. But what is it called? Operation Choke Point 2.0. Bank gave us little to no notice, and now it's constantly looking for another issuing bank that will work with a cryptocurrency company like us. We want to get it back, and we might have it back this year because of the change in administration and the change in the behavior and the feeling. So hopefully we'll have that issuing bank back again, and we can reissue our BitPay card. But that was a big one. Any other questions? Yeah. Rewards and rebates is our #1 use case by far. Well, not by far. Then it goes with affiliate networks. So we do about 4% of our payouts is going for payroll, which isn't bad. But most of our payouts are being for rewards and rebates and affiliate networks. Again, we have US-based companies that have affiliate networks all over the world. There's no better way to pay them, and they're requesting it. The affiliates, not the companies, are requesting, we want to get paid in cryptocurrency because it can get there that day versus days or weeks later. So, but rewards and rebates, we had a merchant one time. This is a great thing. If you're an e-commerce merchant, you can give a crypto rebate even if they don't make payment in crypto. And that's the incentive, because some people they still want to use their Amex card or their Visa card to get points, right? So they will say, okay, for this week only, if you buy this $1,500 mattress, we're going to give 10% back in crypto. So that's an incentive for people to just buy, whether it's crypto payment or whether it's a credit card payment, but they're going to get their crypto reward, and that's what they want too. So you'll see more and more companies doing that. We want them to accept crypto, but if they only did crypto rewards, that's fine too. It's just building the system, building the economy, and getting more people understanding cryptocurrency. So that'll happen. Any further questions? Well, my son did make it, so he's here. So we'll just point at him, so yeah. But I really appreciate your time. We really appreciate the Litecoin Foundation. If you have any questions, if you're a company that wants to offer payouts or offer crypto payments through us, I'm happy to have those discussions with you. I do have some wallets here that I'll pass out as I leave if you want a Litecoin wallet to put on your phone. So thank you very much, everybody.